Good morning and hello and welcome to episode 3 of the MGC restoration.
Yes.
And my goodness, we're moving forward at a much faster rate than I anticipated. So just for a bit of a quick recap on what you've missed in the last 2 videos, or if you have watched them, this is just a brief overview. We've had a look at the project. If you want to see what we're working with up close and personal, go back and watch episode 1. In the last one, we talked about the importance of going for a good re-chromer and showed you and talked to you about how much we spent on chroming, powder coating, and then we talked about the engine and gearbox going in. Now, this might seem quite premature if you have never done this before, but essentially, this is one heavy bit of kit. How much does this weigh?
Oof, I really don't know, but I bet it's it'll be knocking on for 3/4 of a ton, I would have thought.
Okay, so that's a heavy bit of kit, which means that it needs to go in now so that when Kev's sorting out all the panels and the door gaps, everything aligns up correctly. Because if you do it all now without that weight in the front, it then is completely thrown out of kilter by the time that you get all of it in. So that's today's job. Now we're going to ask you a few questions and we're going to talk through some of the safety stuff, because this is a very different world to when I was at university and we pulled a washing line pole out of a rented garden and used that to hoik an engine into a Morris Minor. I mean, this weighs goodness knows how much more. It's a much bigger unit. But we are actually messing around with a real bit of kit today.
Yes.
Now I'm going to ask you some questions. First of all, we talked in the last episode, so if you haven't watched that, you probably should, about checking that everything on the gearbox works, because you've got things like overdrive, etc., and all the electrics needed testing. But I want to ask you a question. How do you know that this engine's a good unit?
Well, I mean, unfortunately, I'm going on the previous chap who said he had some work done to it.
Okay.
So, I mean, the guy was completely genuine. I found a bit of a receipt in the box of bits and pieces for work that was done to it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take a chance on it. I mean, who knows? We'll soon find out. If it has to come out again, there'll be an MGC for sale.
Professional kit, old school approach. Last time we saw you as well, Kev, I'm sure everybody remembers that the engine and gearbox were 2 separate units.
Yes.
One on this side of the garage and one on that side. You've put them together. What's been involved in that, and what can we learn from that?
Well, the last episode, we checked the drive plate was fine and went onto the splines correctly and properly. So basically, we knew that was all right. The car had a brand new clutch with it when it came, which I took off, and I could see that it was brand new because it still had the writing on. So basically, I have aligned the clutch using my aligning tool that I've had since I was about 5. Other kids had corgi toys. I had a clutch aligning tool.
Tragic.
Yeah, very much so. So we know it's right. One bit of a tip that you must do when you replace the clutch on a vehicle is keep everything tight to the flywheel. Obviously put the clutch plate the right way around, because you can sometimes put them the wrong way around. Not with hilarious consequences.
No.
But you can do it. And always tighten diagonally across the pressure plate, so there's no one strain on one point, and then the springs go in evenly as opposed to one like that. So that's basically it.
So it's the same premise, really. If you've watched that video of when we tightened down the head or torqued down the head,
yes,
we didn't do that all one side and then the other.
Yeah.
We did the same sort of.
That's the correct way you're doing.
Okay.
And don't use an impact gun, because the impact gun's too powerful.
Okay.
So basically, one little heads up that we need to say is Wednesday last week I had a filming gig, amazingly. So I didn't have a day in the garage doing the prep work for today.
Yeah.
So on Thursday afternoon I rang up the MGOC Spares department and spoke what we're doing. And I said, we need some engine mountings and a few other bits and pieces. And they said, yeah, okay, we'll see what we can do. Anyway, Friday I was doing some MOT work somewhere, and lo and behold, Friday afternoon, box of spares, MGOC Club.
That's not bad,
Spares
is it?
department. It's fantastic. And also, another little piece, which is also very useful, what we were talking about, the trade backup from the spares department. I've got a set of these. Now these are specific brackets for the engine mountings when the engine goes in, and it's to stop the torque of the engine when you're braking, and you know the engine will rock like that.
Okay.
But they're to stop the mounting going forward. And the MG Owners Club, these are unobtainable, but the MG Owners Club have had these remade.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So
I never had to buy them.
Well, no, I hopefully never have to buy them ever again. but I mean, that's just one good thing of a brilliant spares backup.
Wow. What's next? What are we going to do?
Right, well, next, I think we need to have a safety elf briefing. No, it's not boring, it's not boring. I might be a man of the 70s in many ways. However, I don't like damaged limbs, broken legs, trapped fingers, all the rest of it. So I can see that we've both got steel toe cap safety boots on.
I have. I've got the ugly boots on
I'm
today.
not worried about those. We're not in a fashion parade. You look glamorous enough in your overalls.
We're not in a fashion parade. My whole life's a fashion parade.
Oh, and I've got my idriveaclassic hoodie on that I wear all the time. It's great. It's really warm. So,
right, come on. Tell us about your health and safety briefing.
So really, this engine has got to go in at quite a steep angle because to get it over the front cross member. So I've done several ropes. There's 2 sets of ropes on here. This back one is actually a safety rope in case anything should happen.
Right.
Now, you know, I'll say this, that if this thing starts falling, you get out the way.
Yeah.
Because even though it's important to me as this car, Steph can't be replaced. My lovely glamorous assistant can't be replaced. This engine probably can, and the worst thing it's going to do is beggar the sump up. So,
okay.
But that if this goes, you're out the way.
Okay.
As I will be. And so that's that. So what I've done under the engine bay, is there's some for the front suspension mountings. There's front sort of engine mountings. I've tapped out the threads. I've cleaned all the threads with the paint from under so the thread will go straight in, and I've oiled them all. So basically, that's your safety elf.
Right.
Let's get this thing in.
The camera angle has changed. The car has been brought forward into the garage, and now we're going to get this engine and gearbox fitted.
Fingers crossed.
This is our first take as well, so anything you see here is going to be exactly how it is. And if we muck it up, I'm just going to speed it up. So
right.
let's go. What are we doing?
Right. Well, first of all, we've got to pump it up some more, and I just hope to goodness that the hydraulics keep going on this engine crane.
Right. Well, I'll do that then.
Right. Go on then. Careful.
Yeah.
Right. Go on. Pump away.
I'm trying.
Oh. Do you want me to do it?
No.
All right.
I know I'm a bit feeble, but God,
Right.
let me have a go.
So basically, everybody's got to stand
Bit
very.
more?
Go on. It's going to go up a lot more than that. It's going to go up another foot.
Oh, all right.
But I'm just a bit worried about. Hang on a minute.
Are you worried about the weight pulling it
I'm
forward?
worried about the crane tipping over.
I've got my foot on it.
Well, that won't help.
Well, it will. I reckon I probably weigh as much as that engine.
I don't think you do. There's no way you weigh.
I must do.
I think between us, that's about the same weight as the engine.
Well, there's no point calling your son because he's got no weight on him either.
No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't.
Poor Tom. If I feel the crane start to go, I'll just let it go straight down.
Just get out of the way.
Yeah. How much more do you want it to keep going up?
Another foot, I believe.
We've gone up at least 3 inches.
Right.
How are we doing?
Go on, a bit more. Right, just a minute now. Let's just have a think.
Okay.
Yeah, no, a bit more. Well,
Okay.
right, won't be able to go up more than that.
Pardon?
We won't be able to go up any more than that.
Than that, do you reckon?
No, a bit more. Go on.
Okay.
Right, I think.
That should do it.
Well, I don't know. If I just.
Should we edge it forward, see where we're going?
Try and push it forward, the crane.
Okay. You know, when you said I needed my Weetabix, I needed a packet. Oh, there we go.
Right, hang on a minute. We're both going to have to do it. You go to the back. Right, for goodness sake, don't go underneath anything there.
Well, no, I won't.
Just move out the way, because if this goes, it's not a joke.
Well, I wasn't laughing.
Right, hang on. No, you won't be.
No,
Whoa,
stop.
It's all right, it's all right. Don't worry, don't worry, don't worry, don't worry.
It's you I worry about.
Don't worry about me. I'm all right, I think. Right, now then.
Okay.
Just a minute now. So that's just resting on the cross member. I'm just going to go up a little bit more.
Okay. If I see it start to go, I'll tell you.
Right, now then.
You're just clearing it now.
Right, hang on. Excuse back to the camera.
I wish we had 2 cameras.
Right, just a minute.
Yeah.
Oh, it's all right,
oh.
it's all right. Don't worry, that's fine. That's what I want.
Okay.
Well, that's not quite in the right position.
Where do you want me to go? I can move this.
No, you can't. No, you won't be able to move that. That'll tip over.
I can.
So just a minute. We'll just put this.
Do you want me to take the MGC back and re-steer it
No,
in?
forward. Take it forward. Let it come forward.
So you want the engine to come forward,
No,
yeah?
I want the car to come forward.
You want the car to come forward, okay. This is like one of those orienteering exercises.
Yeah. Right, go on. Go on. Oh. That's it. Hang on, hang on.
Okay.
If I try and push it to sit there, now then. Right, okay. Just a minute. Just a minute.
You got your
It's all right.
wings
It's all right.
locked in?
It's all right.
Hey, we're nearly
Hang-
there.
No, we're not, because
I'm
the.
trying to be optimistic.
Yeah, great. I love it. Now, hang on.
Yeah.
I think I don't want to. Right, hang on.
Imagine having the luxury of sitting watching this at home on your telly.
Now then, that's not so bad, that angle. I'm just
Okay.
going to have to ease this wheel over slightly. Excuse me. I've still got a beggared shoulder, you know. It's still not right after 7 or 8 months.
Well, new viewers might not know that you did your shoulder in months ago.
Yes.
That's why I don't like you pushing these heavy
Oh,
things.
dear me. Trying to start a blooming chainsaw.
Yeah,
More
I know.
silliness. Right, just push it in. Right, whoa, it's near the heater box. Now then. Now I'm going to try and lower it down a little
Okay,
bit
do you want
now.
me to guide it into the car?
I just want you to make sure you're clear of everything.
Right. So
Just
clear
be cl-
instructions, what do you want
Right,
me
well,
to
I'll tell
do?
you what. Just lower it down slightly.
How many inches?
Just no, on that little knob
Okay.
there. Lower it down slightly.
Am I turning it back towards myself? or
You're
forward?
undoing it.
What?
You're undoing it.
Yes.
Watch your fingers.
How tight do you do this up?
I don't do it.
You do?
Come away from this engine. Go out,
I'm
away
not-
from that side of the
I'm
engine.
not near it. I'm not near it.
Well, no. You.
Ugh.
Right, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Right, just a minute now. Right, just watch that back edge near the heater box.
Okay. Oh.
Go
Oh.
out, look.
Stop.
It's all right. Now, just a minute. Now, we're not so bad at that angle.
Yeah.
Right, just a minute now.
Do you want me to?
Try and undo that thing
Okay.
slightly.
You do it up so tightly.
Well, if I don't, it starts leaking. Oh, not too much. Go
Oh,
on.
sorry.
Go, it's all right.
A little bit
Go
more.
on. Go a bit more. Go on.
Stop.
No. No, right, hang on.
It
Hang on.
stopped.
No, it's all right. You can take it down a bit more. Right, I'm just trying to...
Just be careful with that
It's all
shoulder.
right, it's all right, it's all right. Don't worry about the shoulder. Right, go on a bit more. Go on. Yeah. Right, just a minute.
Yeah, I've
Just
stopped.
a minute. No, it's all right. We're winning here, I think.
Brilliant.
Right, lower it down a little bit more.
A little bit more.
Yeah. And I'm bringing the car in.
Yeah.
Right, just a
We'll
minute.
Stop it there.
It's
for
all
a
right, it's all
second.
right, it's all right.
Do you want me to pull the car forward?
Right,
and to
it's
let
all right, I'm
down?
doing it. Lower it down.
Just put-
Right, now then, just a minute now.
Yeah.
Hang on.
I've turned it off.
Right, because now...
My hand is quite close.
It's all
to
right,
the
let go.
engine.
Right, move. Will that come down a bit more? Try and lower it down a bit more.
Yeah, I've just been really cautious.
Yeah, go on, don't worry about it. So I'm going to have to reposition the rope. Go on. Right, that's good.
Tell me when to stop.
Yeah, it's all right. Well, it's going to.
Is it going to clear that front?
Don't worry about that. It's fine at the moment. Right, lower it down a little bit more.
Yeah, I have.
Right, because now, will it go down some more?
No, it's catching.
Right. Okay. Just a minute.
It's
Just a minute now.
Front panel.
Now it's not. That's not a particularly bad angle.
Okay.
It's just slightly. It's just slightly on the front cross member there. It's just not quite down far enough. So I'm going to have to go underneath the vehicle with my comedic shoulder.
Is this something I could maybe do?
You can just stay at this end. You're all right.
So what are you doing now?
I'm going to just jack the gearbox up slightly.
Okay.
And then when we jack the gearbox up slightly, it's going to alter the angle, and it's going to swing it up like that. The only issue we've got is what I was saying before was I put another safety rope onto the gearbox.
Yes.
And that's in case it went all horribly wrong.
Okay.
So basically the problem is now the gearbox is supported there.
Right.
However, the gearbox rope is right on the bulkhead. And then I'm going to jack it up and then we'll take the rope off. And then we should be all right.
Right, it's in. What
Well,
now?
it's in, and we've got all our limbs attached. So that's obviously a positive win. So the next thing to do is I've jacked it up at the back, and I'm just going to lower it down and start putting some bolts in at the front, and then I can go underneath it and fasten the gearbox up. And then, but that's as good as I wanted, to be honest. That's fine.
Because I think it's important to say we're not connecting it all up today, because as you said before, there's still a bit of fettling to do in the engine bay. We're not connecting everything back up today like we're trying to start the engine.
No.
It's merely for weight placement that's going in.
That's right. And so far, I've managed not to mark the engine, scrape the paint
You've
off.
done really well.
Well, let's get it finished first of all.
For anybody who's at home, it is so heavy. Now we're going to carry on getting this in. If we disappear off camera, apologies, you know how it is. We're just filming two of us and the workbench today. So, right, what are we doing, Kev? What do you need me to do? Do you need me to lower down?
No, I need to go up a bit more.
Okay. Do you want me to?
Oh, hang on a minute. No, hang on. Let's just lower it down a little.
Ooh.
Whoops, all right, it's all right.
Sorry, I must sound like such a worrywart. I just worry that you're going to do your shouldering.
Well, it's already done. It's already done in, so
not much left to do.
So it's not going to make much difference, to be honest. Now then, that's not a bad angle. So
Okay.
you could try and just lower it down a tiny bit more.
Okay. I can tell you were last on this.
No, tighten it up. It's not going to make any difference.
It's tight.
I'm going to have to jack it up because unfortunately, those. Although having said that, I can probably take, as long as it's attached to the gearbox, which it is. I can lose this rope here because, as we said before, the safety rope is here. But also the gearbox is actually on the trolley jack. So because of that, I think hopefully we can lose this rope because the rope is actually on the bulkhead.
Yeah.
And because it's on the bulkhead, it's affecting everything. Do you know how long I've had this rope, young lady?
Oh, probably like one of your standard lines, longer than I've been alive.
I think this rope came from David Brown Tractors when my dad worked there.
Really? When was that?
Oh,
How old's your dad?
87. Right, we're just losing this rope now at the moment, the one that's round the gearbox, as I said earlier. Because really, the front of the engine is still supported with the engine crane, so that's good. That shouldn't. There's two separate ropes here. That's what I'm trying to say. And the back one is to the gearbox. So if we lose this rope here, take it off, then I can get the angle better at the back. Now the only other thing is that could be is a slight permeable. Is I think I put the gearbox cradle on the right way because it's angled. It is angled at a different angle, so that might be in the wrong place because alter out. I think I put it in the right place, but anyway, if we're not, I'll just have to reposition that, unfortunately. So
does that mean everything back out again?
No, I can do it underneath.
Okay.
So it's not too desperate. It's obviously better if I don't have to do it, but anyway.
Just a really weird geeky question for anybody watching at home, and also for my own curiosity. Are there any particular formations that you put your knots in? And I was never a Boy Scout, so I don't know all the knot formations.
Well, I was a Boy Scout. I think I attended there about 2 or 3 times, and it's the knot of hope I always use.
Okay.
That's a special knot that means I hope it doesn't slip.
I thought it was a real one. That's such a dad joke.
A knot of hope. It reminds me of the time when we were building the garage, and Farmer Dave came to lift the RSJ at the top of above the doors.
Yeah.
With his Davy Brown tractor, and I said to him, "What's the lifting strain of this tractor, Dave?" And he looked at me with a smile. He says, "I hope it's enough to lift this beam in place." Oh dear. The prop shaft's catching on to the cross member, so I'm going to have to lift it up, unfortunately.
Okay.
Which is a bit of a problem, really, because I hope that's a bit of a nuisance.
Right, so what we're going to do now then?
Well, I've got to lift it up a bit.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it'd be too much of a problem. So now, I've just got to put the jack under... Oh, God, it's going into the heater box now. I've just got to go and jack up the gearbox and then slide it under, which is not a problem. Could be a lot worse.
Well, true.
But I'm actually going to... Right, hang on. Right, I'm going to pull this up here.
What are you doing?
Trying to lift this over this flange, but, however, it doesn't help the fact that I'm lifting the whole engine up, because it's just catching on the back, on the rear. It's just catching on the rear thing where the prop shaft goes. So it's not so far away. We need some big tackle.
Right.
Big tackle.
I'm back in.
All the gear and no idea. That's what they say.
I thought you were going to knock the phone out with it then.
I'm not going to do anything. It won't come. Right, it's coming now, but I need to sort of, the jack to just pump the trolley jack up slightly.
What, you want me to pump it up slightly, yeah?
Yes, please.
Okay.
And then once it's over here, it'll slot straight in. Guaranteed.
One hand on the trolley jack, one hand on the camera. Okay.
Go on.
Just keep going, yeah?
Yeah, go on. That's it. Go on, keep going. Hang on.
Getting a bit too into it there.
I bet it's one blooming nut that's in the way on the flange. Flipping thing. Go on, a bit more. Pump.
Yes. That's slave labour.
Right, just a minute now. Just a minute. Right. Now I think that hopefully is away.
Do you reckon you've got it in?
I don't know. I'm hoping so, but I think we'll soon find out if that goes back. Which...
It's so frustrating when you do this and you're so close.
Yeah, because it's just...
Do you want me to stop the car
No,
rolling
it's all
away?
right. Oh, flipping heck. Oh, that's better. Hang on a minute. Ooh. Oh, hang on. Just check it's over that flange. Oh yeah, that's it.
Have you got it?
It's over. Oh, I think.
Ah, I can see where we're going now.
Yeah.
I'm sure people at home can as well. So what are you going to do? Rag it into place?
No, I'm not ragging anything. You don't rag stuff like this in place because you cause damage. So you very carefully, hopefully it does go into place. You count your blessings and think, please go into place.
Do you want us to watch from this side?
Now I'm just going to lower that down a twitch.
Okay.
Ooh, right, now then.
Oh, hold on. So we can see at home. Can you see down there? It's much more in alignment now.
Yeah, it is. That's okay.
Brilliant, well done.
That's fine. So now we'll just put some engine mountings on here and then that's it, because I've got to go to a marriage saving institution, which is watch my wife sing in a choir. Right. Okay, well, all limbs attached, fortunately. So we're starting just bolting the engine mountings in place now. So we're going to have to do this. So once we get it into place, I can finish it off tonight when I get back from the choir that I'm going to go and visit. So the bolts, somebody once told me, whether it's right or wrong, I don't know, you can tell me in the comments, but you always put the nuts towards the component that you're actually fastening. Whether that's right or wrong, I don't know. If somebody can tell me whether I'm right, that's good, because I'm always appreciate your feedback, both good and bad. So excuse me. So the front section of this is, hang on. Oh dear me. One pump. There. So bear in mind, we've still to put the deflectors on the front, which hopefully we should get round to doing today with a bit of luck.
Right, we're at the end of today and we have done incredibly well. So very quick recap. Kev, what have we managed to achieve today?
Most important thing is we're still in one piece.
And we've kept all our fingers.
Yeah, I've still got a dodgy shoulder, but that's another story. So engine and gearbox is in now, so we're up and running with that. Mm-hmm. And it's actually altered. It has altered the body on that door. It's opened the gap up. So I was right with what I was first saying. But the main thing is there's still a few more little brackets to finish off. But again, thanks very much to the MG Owners Club for helping us out with those brackets. Otherwise, we would have been struggling. Chris, next time I am going to be on the ball. Next time, I promise. So basically that's it for this.
Yeah, you've got to go to choir. I've got to go home and make
singing.
Tomorrow's video and do some research ready for filming tomorrow. But I'm back on Wednesday because we film twice a week to give you your weekly episode. And on Wednesday we've got a little bit of a less taxing task. We're going to be putting together the bumpers, aren't we? Yeah, we're going to do the book. That's a nice little job. We'll try and do that, and then I can put them in the conservatory out of the way, and that's less components hanging around in the garage. Absolutely. So it's really important to try and keep it as clean as possible. But that's it from us today. Yeah. I hope everybody's enjoyed watching it. I know there's a few little bits and pieces that you're going to do before I come back on Wednesday, but again, we'll recap and we'll keep moving forward. If you've got any questions for Kev, if you've got any suggestions, please put them in the comments, because we do read the comments. They are important to us, and hopefully. Anything I'm doing wrong, please let me know. I'm no expert. I've done it for a long time, but I could have been doing it wrong for a long time. So that's it from us. Until next time, take care and drive safely.